Welcome to Good Mythical MORE. Let's assess some cuddling scenes from movies.
But first, let's give a motivational speech to a particular person. That person is someone who called in as caller 98 in a radio contest where the winner has to be caller 99.
Hurry, call in again!
That's it. That was it. That was your speech. Call in again quickly.
Why are you listening to us? You ever called into a radio show and won anything?
No. Have you?
I'm not that type of person.
What type of person does that?
Like a radio listener.
People who, you got to be into the art form of radio, which is a dying art form.
I will tell you this. There was a time as a child when I did that, and it looked like this.
Yeah.
Because old school, Gen X.
You're pushing the buttons.
Hang up. Hang up. So
Redial. Yeah, the redial button.
You had a speakerphone, or
It
were
was
you?
before then.
Okay.
Free redial.
Gene has taught us the ways of cuddling. Yeah, when we first did this, there were bugs involved. There was each of us involved. There was a palette, as I would call it. Today we're just going to sit behind this desk and watch other people cuddling.
But just to remind those who may have forgotten or didn't see last time, just kind of remind people what Cuddle Sanctuary is and what makes you a certified cuddle expert.
Yeah. We put on events and we offer one-on-one services to help the world be a more compassionate, more affectionate place. And there's online things, free things for people.
What's
our
online
website.
Cuddling consist of?
Well, I have something called the Cuddle Game so that people, because I'm based in Los Angeles, we're a small business, but people all over the world like to cuddle.
Sure.
So we have the Cuddle Game so people can begin the practice of platonic cuddling wherever they may be.
Right.
So
it
they
doesn't.
grab like a pillow? What do you grab when you're on your own? Do you just grab the nearest person? Like, how do you practice cuddling without a person to cuddle?
So step one, you do need a person.
Okay.
However, I am going to put this out there. The studies reveal if you look in the eyes of a dog, you actually can get a boost of oxytocin, which some scientists call the cuddle chemical. So you can actually feel better and more connected if you have a beloved canine or a creature, animal.
You can't do that with a cat?
I do not think if you look into a fishbowl, for example, or at your turtle, that you're just going to get a boost.
I don't think so. I look in Jade's eyes all the time. That's my dog.
Okay.
Also look into her anus to see if she needs to poop.
That is wrong.
No, it's just...
You look at her
I'm like
butt.
Doesn't she have a way of letting you know that it's time to go other than you inspecting?
Well, I don't like... I can just tell when I take her out there, and I want to know if I really should be waiting and insisting before we go back.
Does it wink at you?
You're a weird man.
Let's look at some videos.
What are you doing?
I'm using my body heat to warm you.
Oh.
If we let the blood from your arms and legs rush back to your heart too quickly, your heart could fail.
What movie is this? Day After Tomorrow. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Aww.
So, all right. So now they're cuddling.
So this is like emergency cuddling.
That's right.
So this is a different thing.
It also sounds like they're very cold in this scene,
Yeah, he looks.
but it also sounds very, very sexy. They're
Cold,
so I just have to
cold
say,
and sexy.
yeah, like it's both. So it's very, I guess, romantic.
We had a friend.
I don't know if that's his younger sister.
We had a friend who was hiking one time, and he and his buddy got stranded out in the cold one night
This
hiking.
really happened?
This really
Yeah, it really
happened.
happened.
Okay.
And they got lost, and they were on the side of a cliff, and they had to spoon each other on and off, big spoon, little spoon, alternating all night long to stay warm. And
So
they were just
they
like
beloveds or were they
they were
platonic
just
friends?
like kind of like had
Buddies.
gotten to know each other like 2 weeks ago. Like they were just kind of like had been working together for a little bit, and the next thing you know, they're spooning all night with each other.
So one word for that, awkward.
Right.
Okay,
When
yeah.
it's a
At
survival
first.
situation, that does that count as cuddling?
Well, when the piece that I'm talking about, that feel-good cuddle chemical stuff, only happens when people feel safe, comfortable and at ease. And in both of those scenarios, we're talking about emergencies where people are having adrenaline coursing through their system and fear and
they're not
discomfort.
facing each other, they're spooning.
Either way, it probably worked. They survived.
Yeah, he
And I bet
lives to this day.
they either never talk to each other again or they're best friends.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Or more.
Let's
Or
watch
more.
another. Can you tell me what movie the next one's from? E.T.
Hey, I've seen this one.
Okay, this is Elliot coming in for
Crying.
a hug.
I could feel the tear.
Yep.
Oh, look at him.
He's telling him bye.
And look at him.
And look, see the head's going.
Oh,
There's kind of a nuzzle.
oh my gosh. And the fingers are like gently feeling the back.
This,
so much
this
love
raises
there.
an interesting existential question.
Yeah.
Do you think that cuddling is a universal quality? So
Wasn't
if,
even-
if we came in contact with another alien species,
Yeah.
they would want to cuddle us and they wouldn't just want to kill us?
Well, I'll tell you, it's not even just an existential question. It's an extraterrestrial question.
Yes, it is.
You made a good point, Gene.
And from what I understand, and the science about this is it's mammals like to cuddle. You don't see lizards cuddling, you don't see snakes cuddling. So if these creatures from out of space are mammalian, first of all, that'd be amazing because they might be furry and cute,
Right.
and they might get boosts of oxytocin, and we might love
So
cuddling
you
with
gotta
each
have
other.
What about-
Pete's to cuddle.
What about lovebirds?
Do they cuddle?
I don't think
I
birds,
don't know enough about them.
Birds are not really cuddling though. They might be making some sort of fleeting feather on feather contact.
I don't
But
think
are they
they're-
like, you ever
Yeah.
seen like two ducks like really go at it? Like
Right. You know, just because they're called lovebirds, it's humans that call them that. Right?
Oh.
Humans are like, oh, they're rubbing up against each other. They must love each other, when really they might be doing some kind of battle.
Point taken. Edward Scissorhands.
Oh,
See, this is going to be a hard guy to cuddle with.
Johnny Depp.
What? Oh, but okay.
Oh,
yeah.
be careful. Be careful.
She's getting in there,
this is a good movie.
and then
It's such a good movie, and it's a Christmas movie. You forget that.
I see the Christmas lights. Yeah, it's Christmas light.
Look at that gentle look on his lonely, lonely face. I think that was a great hug and a very brave thing for her to do.
Yeah. Would you cuddle with Johnny Depp if he had knives on his fingers?
No. Yeah, I'm just conservative that way.
What if he didn't have the knives on his fingers?
Double no. Sorry,
no.
Johnny.
Okay,
we got a Lord of the Rings clip. I want to see
Before we
it.
see it, speaking of movies that Link hasn't seen,
I have
time
not
is
seen
running out
Edward Scissorhands.
for you to get your 80s movies Link hasn't seen stereoscopic viewer. If you're in the third degree quarterly or third degree annual plan of the Mythical Society, you are eligible to receive this exclusive gift. Got to redeem
There it
it
is
by
over there.
3/31, March 31st.
it's over.
What is going on?
I was doing like a cuddle point.
That was
No, I haven't seen Edward Scissorhands. I have seen E.T. I have not seen The Day After Tomorrow. I have seen Lord of the Rings.
okay.
This is Return of the King.
Oh man, I cried like a baby.
That's Frodo,
Oh, no.
right?
I
Yeah.
can't watch this. I'll start crying.
Sam's giving him a cuddle
There's
here.
a holding. You see, what saddens me is that the message here is the only time we really love people up is like when they're about to perish.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
And why
That's a
can't we
good
just
point.
love
Yeah.
each other up because we love each other?
Yeah, why couldn't Sam and Frodo just be cuddling like throughout the entire movie?
Holding hands as they hike,
Right.
stuff like that. I'm into that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
But that is a legit cuddle though.
Yeah.
Well-
It's gentle.
Frodo was not doing too much cuddling back.
That's right.
You know.
There's a one person
What do you
doing
call
most of the
a
work.
one-way cuddle like that? Sometimes somebody's just being a dead fish.
You know, I think that it's really possible we could call a dead fish, it's kind of judgy.
Okay.
I mean,
right.
he doesn't have much energy.
Don't want to judge the fish.
He's been
wouldn't it be-
sapped by the ring, you jerk.
But isn't it nice to sometimes just surrender into the arms of another and let them like caress your hair, your face, and not have to work,
Especially
not have to give,
yes.
but just receive.
Especially as a big man like I am, sometimes I want to be like a baby.
Yeah.
Sometimes I need somebody who's so much bigger than me.
Yes.
Like, but it would have to be like Andre the Giant, and he's dead.
I have, because I work one-on-one with clients, I have cuddled giant men like a baby.
Oh, you know guys really bigger than me?
Yes,
All right.
yes.
Can I get the number?
Not me.
Yeah, yeah.
The number of what?
The big men.
How do you go about I mean, what position would he assume for you to cuddle him?
So there's a position called the lap of luxury where you'd be lying down on the cuddler's leg and you could caress the person's voluminous hair.
Oh, wow.
And they could just relax and feel cherished.
I don't want to put either one of you on the spot.
I
But
don't know
I'd be fine being the odd man out.
No.
There's a couch back there.
Here's the
I'm just
deal.
saying.
I'm just saying for future reference, if Gene wants to get a real big man and who wants to cuddle me like a baby, then
Because what I would say
I'm
about
just saying,
your
I'll do it.
Gene would cuddle you.
I would need to know his relationship agreements with his spouse.
right, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I think she'd be fine with it, if you're asking me.
Really? Are you like signing on?
No,
You're signing on to
I'm
it?
pretty sure she'd be fine with it.
Okay, all right.
He's a no. And this is a really important point,
you gotta
is that
listen
what
to
I
this.
teach is about consent.
Right.
And even though it's funny or whatever, my job is to pay very close attention to body language.
Yeah.
He is such a no. Arms
Yeah.
are crossed.
Arms are crossed. If you were a big
No.
man, though,
You'd be in. You'd be down.
I'd jump into your arms.
I
like a
do
little
not
child.
qualify. I do have colleagues who are fantastic professional cuddlers, and they are men.
Okay.
So this happens, this exists. We can all research it. It's all out there in the world. My colleagues will be so happy to have you look them up.
Sorry, I tried. Twilight Eclipse.
Okay.
Oh, now this is making out. This is kissing.
Yeah,
But there's cuddling involved.
their lips are cuddling.
So now,
Now he's about to,
But think about how
Oh.
think about how cold he is. You-
right, because he's not
yeah,
human, right?
He has no body heat at all. That can't be
Mm-hmm.
good.
Unless she had a fever, or in my case, hot flashes.
Right.
but that's a good cuddle at the end there.
Yeah, so what I think we can talk about
It
there.
de-escalated.
Right, it started like a look I was going to heat up, and instead it actually turned into something loving
Sweet.
and platonic and sweet. All of those are wonderful. At Cuddle Sanctuary, we only do the platonic and sweet, the nurturing, and the nurturing and compassionate.
If people start kissing, what happens?
We just actually,
Throw a sheet over them? What happens?
people don't because they know that's not how we do.
Yeah.
There are
At Cuddle
rules.
Sanctuary,
Sometimes you go into a situation thinking that it's like that, and then
Right.
you
you get confused, right?
Yeah.
So me, as the event leader, would have to have a one-on-one conversation. I'd be like, "Excuse me, hi, guys. I noticed that you were kissing, and I just have to. Here's what I'm observing."
I think you need a
and-
long stick with a hook on it. Like,
How about just a t-shirt? You could merch it up. Kissing is not cuddling.
but sometimes.
Sometimes it is. It's just not at our
But
events.
sometimes it is.
This is a long T-shirt
This is a long t-shirt. There you go.
that no one will buy.
Okay, and now this is one of the best. If this is what I'm thinking about, this is one of the best cuddling scenes
Okay.
in movie history.
Haven't
Right.
seen it.
Link probably
Ready.
hasn't seen it.
All right, flannels already. It's great.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh,
You know this.
Planes,
scene.
trains, and automobiles. I'm reading. Trains, planes, and automobiles.
so much. Okay, the kissing on the ear we don't do at Cuddle Sanctuary, but it's so tender. Is he gonna wake? I haven't seen this. Is he gonna wake up and be
Oh,
shocked?
yes, he's gonna wake
5,
up,
4, 3, 2.
and I'll tell you what.
I think he's smelling him first.
Basically, what they're saying here is he's like, but my hand is so warm in between those two pillows, and then Steve Martin says, "Those aren't two pillows."
Oh, is that really what happened? That's hilarious.
That's a good t-shirt. Those
And
aren't
that-
two pillows.
and that brings us straight.
I don't know if it's "those aren't two pillows," but that's essentially.
And that's what your dog says when you're out taking a walk.
You got me.
Sign up for the Third Degree quarterly or annual plan at mythicalsociety.com by March 31st to get your 80s movies Link hasn't seen stereoscopic viewer.